Aarushi was just 19 when she met Arian during her first year of college. He was charming, confident, and had a way of making her feel special. It started with stolen glances in the library, small conversations at the cafeteria, and then long chats over the phone at night. She felt butterflies every time his name popped up on her phone. First, everything seemed perfect. He'd bring her coffee during her morning lectures, surprise her with handwritten notes, and tell her how beautiful she was, even on her worst days. Aarushi felt like she had found her fairy tale love. Her friends noticed how happy she was, and she truly believed she was living her dream. But the cracks began to show slowly. It started with possessiveness. Arian didn't like it when she talked to other boys in class. He'd often message her during lectures asking who she was sitting next to. At first she thought it was cute, he cared about her, right? But soon it became controlling. "You look too happy while talking to him," he'd say. "You post too many pictures. Why do you want other guys to see you?" he questioned. Little by little, Aarushi began changing. She stopped posting on social media. She stopped hanging out with her friends. She started dressing the way Arian wanted her to. She even lied to her parents a few times just to meet his demands. Every time she tried to pull away or express her feelings, he would manipulate her with tears or anger. "You know how much I love you, right?" he would say. "But you don't care about me. You don't even try to understand." And she would feel guilty, confused. Was it her fault? Months passed, and Aarushi lost herself bit by bit. The bright, confident girl who once dreamed of becoming a writer now doubted every step she took. Her grades slipped, her social circle vanished, and she constantly lived in fear of doing something that would make Arian upset. But the final blow came one day when Aarushi was attending a group project meeting. She had informed Arian beforehand, but he kept calling, texting, and even came outside her class. He accused her of cheating, shouted at her in public, and stormed off. That night he didn't pick up her calls. When he finally did, he said he'd only forgive her if she apologized to him in front of everyone the next day, for disrespecting their relationship. Something in Aarushi broke that night. She stared at her reflection in the mirror. Her eyes, once full of life, looked empty. Her heart, once full of love, felt heavy with pain. And then a thought crept into her mind. This isn't love. This is prison. She didn't sleep that night. She wrote everything she had been feeling in a notebook. The fear, the anxiety, the loneliness, the pain. The next day, instead of going to Arian, she went straight to her college counselor. It was the hardest thing she ever did, but also the bravest. With the help of the counselor and a couple of old friends she reached out to, Aarushi slowly began rebuilding herself. She blocked Arian, reported his behavior, and began therapy. It wasn't easy. Toxic relationships leave scars, not just on your heart but on your self-esteem, your identity, your future. Over time she began writing again. She joined a support group of girls who had been through similar experiences. It opened her eyes to how common this pattern was. Charm, control, isolation, manipulation, and finally emotional destruction. Now, 3 years later, Aarushi is a published writer and a mental health advocate. She often speaks at colleges about the importance of emotional boundaries and recognizing red flags in relationships. Her message is clear and powerful. Toxic love is not love. It's poison in disguise. Real love makes you feel free, not trapped. It lifts you up, not tears you down. It respects, supports, and encourages your growth. And if you're ever in doubt, listen to your inner voice. It always knows when